Here at WUSA 9, we've been keeping a close eye on the energy business because of its impact on the environment. Data centers and electric vehicles are really gobbling up increasing amounts of power, and those electric bills are going up all throughout the region.
Yeah, they are. The Trump administration is promising cheaper energy, so we had our environmental impact reporter Scott Broom put that promise to the test.
President Trump promises a revolution in the U.S. energy business.
We're approaching the dawn of America's golden age.
There's never been so much policy change in energy in a month-long period.
Rob Gramlich is president of Grid Strategies, LLC, a power market consultant in D.C.
Some of it is extremely disruptive. So there's a lot of infrastructure developers who don't even know what the rules are now. And you have agencies being taken over and talented employees leaving, so you don't have the people there to issue permits.
One example is the development of offshore wind projects off the coasts of Virginia and Maryland.
We're going to try and have a policy where no windmills are being built.
President Trump has ordered a halt to offshore leases for wind and a review of current projects. Maryland and Virginia are depending on offshore wind to supply as much as 3.7 gigawatts of new electricity by 2026, more than many nuclear power plants put out. Paul Pinsky is the director of Maryland's Energy Administration.
They can't pull back the leases. They're pretty far down the pipeline. Could there be a chance of clawback? We don't think so. So I'm phrasing it, we're cautiously optimistic.
You know, how do you build this 50-year infrastructure if, permits can be undone like that? I don't know if they will. I sure hope they don't. But there were indications that they might be reviewed, which sort of calls into question, how solid they are.
People are going crazy. Nobody wants them.
The president says natural gas-generated electricity is cheaper than wind energy. This graph shows the prices can overlap, with electricity from the cheapest wind projects in blue less expensive than some gas plants can produce. Gramlich says building new gas power plants will take until the 2030s, while extending the lives of old coal plants like Brandon Shores in Baltimore is actually very expensive because the plants are so old. Because of increasing demand for things like data centers, the result is likely to be higher energy prices for the foreseeable future. Electric bills in Maryland and D.C. are already up an average of $5 to $6 a month for an average household. In Virginia, it's expected to rise 2.7% per year for the foreseeable future. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.